Hey guys, I'm J-Dub and I purchased a seal by 3DMakerPro off Indiegogo, and I'm going to be unboxing it and setting it up and putting it through some tests. We're going to scan some stuff and I'm going to see if it is worth the price that I paid for it, and if at its current price, you should buy it too. Or if it's hot garbage, I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right, so before we get to unboxing this, I purchased this for just over $400, and that included the turntable. I ordered both of those about 2 months ago during the early bird special, and it arrived about a week ago. So about 2 months in the mail, but we're gonna see if it is worth that $400. It is now retailing for about $700, and that is just the seal scanner itself, not Seal Lite, the regular seal scanner. So we're gonna unbox this and figure out what's what. All right, let's get into this package. I'm just gonna tear into this like, and go. I don't know. Bye. I'll clean that up later. Ooh, it comes with a pouch. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, there it is. Nice box. It's in wrap and it's got a case taped to it. That's nice. Let's see what this case looks like. Yeah. So receiving gifts is one of my love languages, so I'm considering this a gift to myself. Early Christmas present. Ooh, it's padded. It's got a section in each side. That's nice. Nothing on the outside, no branding on the outside. Feels nice. All right, we're going to open this boy up. Okay. All right, and on the back, it's got some info about where their socials are. I'm guessing that QR code goes to, their app. So it does require an app to use. So I already have that pre-installed on my phone and on my computer. All right, 3DMakerPro, ease of scan, art of detail. Fancy. Okay, open this up. Got a better 3D world starts here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna grab this camera. Okay, got some pamphlets, some yummy edibles. Don't eat that. Okay, can I, let's see. I'm assuming that's cables. I'm gonna open this one-handed. Okay. Yep, there's the cables. Oh, nice. I would assume that's where you could connect to a tripod. Looks like you have a USB splitter, because I'm assuming you need power and communication. And a nice right angle. So that would go onto the scanner. And the other side would go onto power and the computer. All right, we're gonna set those aside. Let's get into here. This is the power brick. Yep, power brick. And, oh, it's all wrapped up. Okay, come on, we're gonna open that up. Okay. Ugh. There we go. That was a little nicer. I'm gonna close my knife so I don't stab myself. Okay, nice power brick, 65 watt. And then, gonna open this boy up. Oh, that's hefty. Oh, that's big. Look at that. That's actually got some heft to it. That is metal. That is a full metal body. Aluminum? Yeah, that sounds like aluminum. Looks like those lenses are deep set in there. Good thing, because I just stuck my finger on that, so no smudges. Hallelujah. Well, that would be where your tripod goes. That is where you would plug it in. Okay. All right, so far, an initial look and feel on this feels pretty good. It doesn't feel cheaply made at all. I don't know if you could hold it like this. I kind of want to scan things like that. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, some of the things we are gonna be testing is whether or not the accuracy and the resolution is going to be accurate. So right now it is claiming that it has 0.01 millimeters of accuracy and 0.05 millimeter resolution. I would assume resolution is how far apart those points can be. That's what I would assume. Let's go with that. 0.05 is like how close those points would be. And 0.01 is how accurate those points would be to where it actually is in space. So we're gonna put that to the test. I will also say I did not get the handheld add-on for this boy. I just got the seal scanner itself and a turntable, and I hope that will be enough for what I need to do, because that would suck if you need a handheld. Oh well. All right, so we are back. We've got the seal by 3DMakerPro attached with its cable. Basically the scanner going to split your computer into the power brick. So that's what I got. There's a split, one to the computer, one to the power brick. And so I've already loaded up the studio. Okay, so let's see if we can add this boy to it. Do I just refresh? Or is that I'm guessing that's the name of my seal? Does it actually just automatically see that? I guess we'll hit start scanning. Does it, ooh, it blinked. Ooh, can you see that? It's blinking. Interesting. I can visually see blue light hitting this, but I can't actually see it in camera. Interesting, okay. User interface. I'll let you guys read this. I'm just gonna power through this because I've read this already. Please keep object in the center of the lens and within appropriate scanning distance. Sure. All right, we're gonna start a scan. I brought my favorite drinks, Celsius Peach Vibe. Oh yes, we're gonna start scanning that. Oh hey, there's even a preview in the corner there. Okay, I'm gonna put this camera down and I'm gonna start using Le Seal. Let's see what we can do. I don't know if is there a correct way to hold this? Don't put that in your face. Okay. Oh, hey, look. Oh, okay, so that's upside down. Cable goes on the bottom. Or does it go sideways? No, this is the correct way. All right. I guess that's the correct orientation. How do I start it? Space to start and stop. Space. Nothing? Nothing. Okay, well there's the whole thing in frame. You'd actually kind of have to be far away. Space didn't work. Do I click? Ooh, I clicked. Oh, that stopped it. Okay, let's start over. Table scan. Oh, flashed again. Oh, now it wants it to go this way. Interesting. Let's do easy scan. Easy scan is vertical. Oh, I guess I'm gonna be living in easy scan. Okay, scan. Let's go. Scanning. I don't, do we need to get closer? It says 0 frames. Why are you 0 frames? Might need to up the brightness. Let's just max it out, see what happens. Sensitivity. Sure, extra sensitive. Scan quality normal, geometry. Sure. I don't know if it's doing anything. It says 0 frames. Does it not know that's what I'm trying to scan? So far, it's not that intuitive. Kind of frustrated. Do I have to click it again? Rebuilding. The heck? What are we doing? I'm gonna try this again. Put it in the middle. Scan. Still says 0 frames. It's not counting up or anything. Okay, I think this might be time where we crack out that turntable, because right now handheld is not seeming to be doing anything. Unless I need to get past this and we don't care about frames. Process? There's nothing. Am confused. Sure, a new project. Yes. Let's open up this turntable. See if this does anything for us, because right now I have not had any luck just hand holding the thing, and that's concerning. So really hoping I could just hold it, and that's all I would need. Okay. 3DMakerPro turntable. All right, that's a semi-gloss plastic, although it does have a texture to it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that texture. It's nice and it is glossy, but there is a bit of a texture bumped. Bit bumpy. Sure, we'll go with that. Don't worry, I'm cleaning up my garbage eventually. Okay, so you just take this and well, that was easy. Cable. I did bring a power bank so we could plug this in. Anything else? Nothing else in the box. Okay. Made it. Plug it in. Plug it in. Does it just goes. Okay. We're on table scan. Hold that so we can see the table. I don't know if I need to put it on a tripod. Initial. Does it need to get closer? It's too bright, okay. Am confused. That didn't do anything. Hello. Now what? So confused. Restart. Nothing? Did I just kill the program? I think I killed it. Well, let's start it over. If I can. Great. Might have to go to a different computer. This is an old computer. Okay, JM Studio. Let's try it again. Okay, start scanning. Table scan. Table scan is there. Okay. Initial. That's it. I was told you're supposed to do the table and then you put the thing on it. That's what their tutorial said, but that is not what's happening here. Not what's happening. So, bit of a learning curve, and it is frozen again. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for a minute, and I'm gonna get a stand for this boy. All right, so it's doing something. Oh, you can actually see the blue on there now. It's flashy. Okay, so we got the turntable running with my favorite drink on there. We got this boy on a little stand. It is in table scan mode. And I don't know if I need to initialize. Is that what it means? Turn me right around, baby, right around. I hope I get a record out of this. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Has it done a full 360 yet? I don't think so. All right, I think that's basically a full 360 right there. Let's see. We'll stop it. I mean, it's got a 2 right there. Does that mean I have 2 scans somewhere? Do I need to look at a tutorial? I hate looking at tutorials. It should just work, right? I don't need to look up directions. Nobody needs directions. Still frozen? Okay, I'm gonna go look at their tutorials. Let's see what 3DMakerPro has to say about their seal. The seal ain't barking correctly. Arf. Whatever. Cut that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in there. All right, we're back with a new computer and the program is now installed on there. We're gonna start scanning again, see what happens. Okay, so now that UI is there, we got that initial flash is flashing. All right, let's go to table scan. And then we're gonna hit initial again. See if it works this time. Does it need to get closer? Oh, hey, now we're seeing something. I was just dumb and not close enough. Look at that. Okay, closer? Nope, too close. That's handy. Gives you like a distance. That's a very narrow angle of view. Okay, we're just gonna scan down. Look at that. It's working. Interesting. Looks like it's having a hard time because this is a very reflective surface. I like this meter on the side. That's super handy. Okay, so it was just stupid user error. It's working. It's working. It's working. Okay, let's see if we can angle it down. This is my tripod. This is one that I brought. All right, so now I've got some minis that I have printed at home, one in gray and unpainted. The others are painted, so there is some gloss on them. But let's see if we can get them to scan, because this is what I'm most curious about. Can I scan a mini and get an exact replica? Because I think that would be the best test of quality that I know I can do. So once again, we're gonna initialize that. All right, stop initializing. We're gonna put the unpainted boy on, because I would think that would have the best chance for working. I'm actually gonna stop that. I'm gonna start the scan. Can hit spacebar, it says? Yep. All right, so it's just looking at its base right now. See if we can scooch it up so we can see more of it. I'm gonna pull it back. I know it says it's too far, but. I mean, it sees it, it's going, okay, I was gonna stop that. Let's see if it actually works. Okay, let's see. It is looking interesting. Interesting. It lost some of the detail on the back. So I wonder if we can append it. We're gonna start the scan again. Wait for it to get those frames going. Turn it on. Yes. Why is it only doing the upper half? I want to do more of it. It says it needs to be closer, but I need it farther away. Oh, lost. Of course you did. Let's handhold it. Append. And scan. Oh, 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 interesting. Oh, it wants closer. Oh, it lost it. Okay, well, that's gonna be an issue. Okay, we'll do another one. We'll try and get the upper half area. Oh, that blue flash is actually help. Nope, and it lost it again. It wants it really close. Okay, we'll ignore that one. It actually doesn't even keep it. Scan, flash, yep, I want to look at that area. Yes, it's going, it's going. It wants to be closer still. Keep wanting to be farther away. Yup, yup. Okay, we'll stop that. Set it down, let it rebuild. So we've got at least 2 rotations and a partial, 2 partials. Let's see if that's enough for it to get a decent model. Because so far, I haven't got a model out of this. I've yet to get a model. Okay, let's look at all of those. They should have enough information for them all to align. It's a pretty detailed model. So let's see what happens. Aligning, aligning. Ooh. 83%. Go. Finished. Yes. It is not aligned at all. Why? What if I take away those partials? Really? You didn't align correctly? But you're on the turntable. How do I unalign? Can I unalign? What if I just have the one? Ooh, no, that's not enough. Well, okay, we just want those two align. Let's see if just those two will align. Because I think those two will have enough information to align. Finished. And it did not align. Didn't even get close. And reset just resets everything. Lovely. Okay, well, let me fiddle with this and see if I can get something to work. Okay, so I think we have a successful scan. I did have to take this boy and go vertical in easy scan, and table scan, I am very disappointed with. It seems like you can only scan like something the width of a $50 and the height of a $50. So this guy right here is too tall to be scanned. He is like what? 60 millimeters tall? I don't know, 70, 60. Not that tall at all. Like the scanner is bigger than him and he was not able to be scanned in table scan. So I don't know why it's this big. This is huge. If you can't scan anything, you know, taller than that, it's like you can scan a ping pong ball. I'm gonna have to go scan a ping pong ball now to see if that will work. But these two did not scan because they were too glossy. They would need something to matte them up. But when he can be scanned fine. And I put the program in easy scan. It's processing right now, so I will let you know how it looks when it's done. So I think we might have a success now. That's one, well, a maybe one, and hopefully some more to go because we've learned things. Okay, so our first scan has processed, and as you can see, it's pretty blobby. That is not something I want to see. It's got a bit of noise, but there could be some work done on this. There's not a whole lot that I think is great. So I'm gonna try to see if I can reprocess this. Maybe I need to do something different. But I'm not pleased with this so far. Now, mind you, every time I do a new scan, it takes like a good 15-20 minutes just to process the data. It's a lot. This is not a quick process. It's still blobby. I'm gonna try again. I am like 5 hours into this and I've yet to have a successful scan. Thankfully, this turntable is actually working in easy scan. Like it doesn't seem to be going too fast or too slow. It's just the scanner is not that accurate from what I can tell. It is not the 0.1 accuracy with 0.05, you know, detail. It's like that, but blobby. Because this is a small model, but it is not that small. It can definitely pick it up. It should not look like it's wrapped in butter. Gonna let it keep going. Hopefully it'll get some good scans. Maybe I should give it like should drop it. 1,000 frames in so far. Yeah, it looks like it's having a really hard time tracking. Like it'll get off and then on. Yeah, look at that. There's like 3 different sword tips. We'll call that a fail. Okay, well, it's still blobby. Even with dual scan that actually I had to manually line up, it could not find the auto lineup. As you can see, it's still quite blobby. There's some details that are in the model that you just do not get from the scanner. What I was promised was something that would look detailed. As at this point, don't buy it. Like, don't. It is not what it is advertised at. I will take this home, do some more tests, and if anything changes, I will put that on the end of this video, but sorry guys, I'm pretty sure they lied. I wanted this to be like, yes, this is great. This is totally worth the $400 that I spent. It is currently $700. It says, yeah, 0.1 accuracy, or 0.01 millimeter accuracy. That does not seem to be the case. 0.05 millimeter resolution, also not the case, because I've got details on this model that are bigger than that it is not catching. I mean, it's light and quiet. Well, actually, it's not even light. It's actually kind of hefty. It's quiet. It's quiet, guys. Okay, well, I'm gonna do some digging and let you know what I find, but sad days.
4 to 6 days later.
So I spent the next couple days scanning and figuring out the program. Most of the scans ended up failing, and so I would have to rescan multiple times. The machine is very, very finicky. As soon as it loses its place, it's game over. You have to keep it on target the entire time with it being able to track what you're trying to scan. Unfortunately, this led to a lot of frustration, and I cannot recommend this for anybody trying to get accurate scans easily and quickly. This time lapse that you're looking at, this is an accumulation of about 7 hours of me trying different techniques, different ways to make it work, and I figured it out pretty well by the end of it. And I'm going to show you some scans that I was able to get that actually turned out half decent. If you want something with details, something with sharp angles, some accurate details, it is not the machine for that. Anything that was bigger than the size of a golf ball had to be done in easy scan, otherwise it would lose its place and completely fail. And anything that small actually would not have enough detail in the scan to actually be usable. So table scan is kind of pointless because the small things that you're trying to scan at that size, you want that high detail. And at that size, you just don't get that detail. It is completely blobby, covered in butter looking. I mean, honestly, that kind of sums it up. So here's some scans that I was able to complete and actually turned out half decent. It is dimensionally accurate in the sense that the model size you get is the correct real world size. But once again, blobby and not that accurate for the small details. All right, so here's a small model that I was able to scan. She is about 40 millimeters tall, and I did find out that when you initialize, the reason you do that is so that way when you go to scan, the initial table scan is selected after the scan, so you can delete it from your turnaround. And so what you do is every time you move the model and you reinitialize, put the model where you want it to be in a different orientation so you can scan a different part of the model. And then at the end of that, that initial table will be deleted, and then you have just your model left. Unfortunately, you can still see it is still quite undetailed, and it is not a very accurate scan in the sense that the small details are lost. Here's another scan demonstrating that you can get the correct size, but small details are lost. You can see those edges are all supposed to be sharp. This has a lot of sharp edges on this model, but they have all been rounded over. You can see like ghosts of small images, like images of details past, but anything accurate with sharp edges is going to get lost. Once again, it just looks like it has a coat of like butter or fat over it. This is not a sharp scan at all. I did do several different scans of this tank. This tank is, I was able to do it in easy scan. It is about 200 millimeters at its largest point. I think that's front to back. So I tried different types of scanning types and they all turned out exactly the same. The only thing that I was able to get to change how the scan worked was the brightness and sensitivity when you initially scanned, but anything process-wise or simplified, or anything when you actually go to what they call fuse the model together. They have that fusion title that I'm hiding and showing. Those are two different variations of processing the information, and they did absolutely nothing. I even exported each mesh, and the meshes looked identical. There's no difference whatsoever in the different processing that you can do. Once again, here's just another fusion of the tank scan. I am just going back and forth between the different scans that have all been processed in both extremes and in the middle of the process. I think it's like 1, 2, and 3 versions of processing and then simplification, and they are all exactly the same. There is zero difference between how it is processed. And just to prove to myself that it is not just the program preview, I threw in Blender, and yep, looks exactly like the program's preview. So this is that same tank scan in Blender, and as you can see, it looks actually pretty good from this distance. As soon as you get closer, everything has a layer of smoothness to it, and it is just unusable for a one-to-one scan. I mean, look at that. The eagles all basically gone. The treads are smooth. The ramp is smoothed out with weird noise artifacts. Yeah. I also threw this in Kira, my 3D slicer of choice, and just to see if the dimensions were accurate to the actual tank, I was able to find the size in there. I know the size of this build plate, and I know that that tank would look exactly like that on that build plate. Yep, just checking all the details. Still looks exactly the same as the program, so at least the program does show accurate views of what you've scanned. And here in 3D Builder, you can see the mesh of this tank. You can see that it is quite fine. It actually has a lot of very nice triangles to this model. It actually looks pretty good. But once again, it just looks like someone put a smoothing pass on this, so I give it a fail. So ending on a positive note here, I was able to figure out what this scanner is good for, and that's organic shapes. Look at that. We are scanning a pumpkin, and the fam and I have picked out some really cool pumpkins, and this is one of my favorite ones this year. It is a beautiful cream orange with a lovely green pokey stem, and it actually did quite well with this one. It scanned everything. Not easy, but it happened. I was able to do it in easy scan, and it took quite a bit of aligning to get these correct. Basically, you have to set your first scan, or your most complete scan, as your aligning scan, and then you align everything else to that scan. And so doing that, I was able to figure out how to align everything and get it just so, and I loved the way this turned out. So much so that I actually 3D printed it. So here it is being thrown into Cura once again, and I can tell you this is accurate. It has a beautiful mesh on it, and I sliced it and sent it off to the printer. And here's a really cool time lapse that I was able to take of it. And here is the final product. Oh, whoops, sorry, that's not it, that's the actual pumpkin. There we go, there it is. It is looking good. So it caught all the details in the stem. It caught all the details on the pumpkin, even the little nubbins. But as you can see, there are very few sharp right angles on here. So basically, organic shapes is what this thing is actually kind of good at. I was very surprised after all the fails that I was getting that I could end it on something positive, something that actually came out looking beautiful. And so this pumpkin will now be immortalized for the rest of the years, or until I trash it, but there it is. So I can't give this scanner a glowing review because most of the time it sucks. Now I gotta move on to, is it worth the price? At $400, the price I paid for it, I think it actually is worth that much if all you're doing is scanning organic shapes. If you're scanning anything else, like you're trying to one for one do something mechanical or architectural, it is not something for you, especially not at the current $700 price rate just for the scanner. Personally, I'm usually scanning something mechanical or architectural, so I am not pleased with the scanner for what I want it to do. Yeah, so for me, this is a absolute no-go. But if you're someone who's gonna do organic shapes, go for it. If it's worth $700 to you just for the scanner, just to go out and scan something, mind you, it is attached to a laptop and a power source, so portability is going to be an issue. But if you can bring those organic shapes to you, then I think if you're gonna make a business decision or living off of it, then the $700 price tag is probably okay. But as a consumer, absolutely not. This is not something that you should be getting. So that is my honest personal review. I will do another review later on exactly the detail that it can get. So I'm currently printing out some models that have details at specifically 0.05 millimeter resolutions. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll see you next time.